Jungkook, do you remember? Today is a special day. No. Don't you remember? Think well, Jungkook. I said no. Get out of my way. I'm getting late, he yelled. Jungkook, it's my birthday, you said excitedly. So what? Don't you wish me? He rolled his eyes and walked away. Jungkook, would you please take me to dinner? Please, he shouted from the room as he saw him leaving the house. No. Then at least bring cake. Let's celebrate here. Tell your friends to bring cake and celebrate with them. I won't do that. Saying this, he drew away. Still, he waited for him since 5 p.m. but he came home only at 2 in the morning. He always returned home at 5 every day, but today he purposely came late, that too after 12 a.m. When he came home, he noticed that the room was decorated with balloons and there was a cake on the table and he was sleeping on the couch. He just ignored everything and walked straight to his room. Jungkook, wait! Finally, you are back. Come, let's cut the cake. Look at the time. Your birthday is already over. It's okay. Let's cut the cake. No, I'm sleepy. You did it purposely, don't you? Tears rolled down from your eyes. Think whatever you want. I don't care. Saying this, he walked into his room and closed the door. Why do you hate me this much? You said standing by the door, but there was no response from him. Wiping away your tears, you walked over to the couch and fell asleep there. How could he be so heartless? At least he should have wished you. I'm very scared, Sina. He hates me so much without knowing that matter. But what if he comes to know about it someday? That's what I'm telling you from the beginning, man. Reveal the truth to him. No, Sana, I can't do that. Please, don't force me. I will never do that. Ryan, why don't you understand? I'm just saying it for your own good. But he'll hate me after knowing everything. He'll kick me out of his life. No, I would never do that. I can't ruin my own life. I wanna live my life with him forever. Your body started shaking badly at the thought of him leaving your life forever. How many days are you going to hide this? It's better to reveal the truth to him yourself before he finds out the truth himself. If he finds it out himself, then the consequences will be so bad. So you better reveal it yourself, Ryan. You know what she is telling is true, but you can't do as she says. You let out a shaky breath before saying, I'm not feeling well. I need some rest. See you tomorrow. You were about to leave, but her words stopped you. If you don't hear my words now, then don't come to me when it hurts. Then she left. Tears slipped from your eyes as you realized that you're going to lose him soon, and the day's getting very close. We brought 2 cups of coffee, one for Jungkook and one for you. As he entered inside, we saw him working on his laptop. We walked over to the bed and handed him his coffee. Cookie, your coffee, he said with a bright smile, but as usual, we only got a cold stare from him in return. How many times do I have to tell you not to call me by that name, huh? Your smile dropped immediately when he said that, and you looked at the floor, not wanting to meet his eyes. Did I ask for coffee? Stop being so clingy, Ryan. Just leave. I'm working on an important project. Jungkook, please. Why are you always pushing me out? I promise I won't bother you. Please let me stay with you. Please. He looked at you blankly for a second before saying, what will you do by simply sitting here with me? Have you completed your assignments? I'm always getting complaints about you from your class tutor. Your grades are getting worse. Why? And why are you not attending the classes properly? He said you have not submitted your record note yet. Why? Do you have any important work in this house other than studies? You were already very upset, and he just made the situation more worse. It's just that you want to drink some coffee and spend some time with him, but before you even take a sip from your cup, he ruined everything. Why, Jungkook? Why do you always hurt me like this? You asked why my grades are getting worse, right? They know the reason. It's only because of you. You sat close to him and held his hands in yours. You never treat me as your wife. You know that I love you so much, but still you ignore me. Jungkook, don't you feel anything for me? What do I have to do to attract you? What should I do to get your love? It hurts, Jungkook. You can't imagine what I'm going through right now. Every single day, I long for your love, but all you do is simply lecture me or ignore me like I don't exist. Please don't do this to me. It hurts so much. Please tell me what should I change in me. I'm willing to change myself for you, but show some love. He pulled his hand away from you and stood up from the bed hastily. It's not my fault. Did not I tell you all this before our marriage? Did I give you false hope? Never. I told you clearly what was in my heart that day itself, and yet you forced me into this marriage. Jungkook, please. How many days are you going to be like this? I'll change myself to your liking. I'll only do what you like. I'll never bother you. Give me a chance. Give my love a chance. Oh, stop it, Vayan. This thing. I don't like you because of this childish behavior of yours. You will never behave like a mature woman. You're freaking 20. Do you remember that? Stop acting like a 10-year-old. Stop doing things over and over again when you're never going to get what you want. I'll never fall in love with you. You're not my type, and you will never be. Try to get this into your little brain. But before you could say anything, he left the room. Jungkook, stop. Jungkook. You screamed his name, but as usual, he simply walked away, not caring about it. You sat on the floor and cried your heart out. It always ends like this. Whenever you try to go and talk to him, your conversations always ends in a fight. This is how you live your life with Jungkook. Ever since the day you married him, you forgot to smile. You never been yourself since then. You always try to do things according to his liking, but every time you mess things up and make him hate you even more. Sometimes you tried to end your life, but never had the courage to do so, because you thought you deserved this kind of painful life because you messed everything up and you definitely want to face the consequences of your sin. Two weeks later, Jungkook and Jimin are now in Canada. They are here for a business meeting. They arrived at a nearby park and were talking about their partnership and some business related matters in their new project until a boy caught Jungkook's attention. Jimin, look over there. Is that June? He asked, looking at the boy. Yes, Jungkook, he looks like June. Without wasting a second, Jungkook ran towards June. June? Jungkook softly called his name, and without even looking at the person, June immediately recognized who the person was. As soon as June turned around, Jungkook immediately pulled him into a warm hug. How are you? How's your health now? How's Jisoo? Where is she? But June broke the hug and walked past Jungkook, completely ignoring him. June, stop. What happened? Don't you remember me? I'm Jungkook. Hyun, please don't ruin my Nuna's life again. Please leave her alone. She just forgot her past and started living happily now. Please don't spoil her happiness again. I can't see my Nuna broken again. What are you saying, June? Why would I spoil her happiness? Hyun, I know it's not your fault. This all happened because of Why and Nuna. Joan, what are you saying? What did she do? You both don't know anything about Mr. Kim and his daughter Vian. They are the reason why my sister left you. I don't want to miss this opportunity to reveal the truth. I'll tell you everything, Hyung. No matter what, I'm definitely going to confess him today. You said looking at the diamond ring you bought for him. You were about to open the door, but you heard a girl's voice from the other side of the door. So you stood there listening to their conversation. Sir, leave me. What if someone sees us like this? Let them see. I don't care. In fact, I'm waiting for that day too. I'll be glad if we get caught soon. So please let go of my hand. Your mom will bury me in the grave if she sees us like this. No, baby, my mom will never do that. She'll definitely accept you. She'll definitely accept us. She's such a sweetheart. All I want is your answer, and I'm not going to wait anymore. I need your answer tomorrow, and that's final. If you say yes, I'll talk to mom and we will have a grand wedding. And if you say no, then I'll kidnap you and marry you. He winked at her. Her eyes widened. Sir, before she could say anything, he captured her lips with a small peck. I know you like me too, he said, pulling her closer and wrapping his arms around her waist. I love you, he whispered into her ears, sending shivers down her spine. She buried her face in his chest, putting a small smile on her lips. Go to sleep now. See you in the morning, he said, gently stroking her hair. She nodded and walked towards the door. You immediately hid yourself behind the curtain before she opened the door. The moment she left, your body collapsed on the floor. You started crying louder and louder. Your body started trembling. You can't just accept the fact that your man is already taken by another woman. One point of view. Why did you do that, Jisoo? I really wanted to help you. I just can't see you suffering alone. That's why I brought you home with me. But you stole my love. How could you? Other point of view. Yes, you were the one who brought Jisoo here. That day when you went to restaurant, you saw Jisoo as a waitress. You saw her talking to the doctor about her brother's condition. She did not have enough money to make arrangements before his surgery, and that's when you decided to help her. You gave her money, but she refused to take it. She wanted to work and earn money. So you took her to your house, but you had enough maids in your house. So you took her to Jungkook's house to make her work there. Days passed. Jungkook fell in love with Jisoo. He took responsibility for her brother's hospital expenses and made Jisoo study. He did so much for Jisoo and her brother. He loved her unconditionally. End of other point of view. I don't know why Mr. Kim wants to meet me. I don't even know him. I have never talked to him. But why does he want to meet me? Is he going to help me with my brother's hospital bills? Or he wanna say something else? While she was in her thoughts, Mr. Kim came and spoke from behind. Miss Jisoo? She immediately turned around and bowed to him. Yes, Mr. Kim, do you want any help from me? Yes, definitely. Well, what is it, Mr. Kim? You want to leave this country. Please take this as my request. Her eyes widened in shock. What are you saying, Mr. Kim? Yes, I'm sorry, but you are moving to Canada. Get your things ready. I'll send you with my private plane. No, I won't. Why should I go to Canada? No, Mr. Kim, it's impossible. I'm not going anywhere. What is the reason for sending me to Canada? Because if you stay here, my daughter will lose her love. Love? What are you saying, Mr. Kim? Jungkook. She loves him. She has loved him since she was 10. Jungkook's parents and I already talked about their marriage. But suddenly, you appeared out of nowhere and trying to snatch my little princess' only happiness. Her breathing was heavy. Her body started to tremble with fear. Her lips quivered. The fear of losing her loved ones choked her to death. But she can't be selfish now because you helped her when she was suffering alone and she is really grateful to you. She decided to repay you by giving your Jungkook back to you. After that, Mr. Kim thanked her and took responsibility for her brother's medical and educational expenses. He offered Jisoo a good job. I'm always ready to help you whenever you need it, but please keep this as a secret. Jungkook should not know about anything that happened here. I hope you won't break my trust. And I'm really sorry for doing this to you. I promise I'll find you a good man, and from now on, I'll take responsibility of you and your brother. You're like my daughter. Will you forgive your father? Please forgive me, Jisoo. I have no choice. I'm really sorry. How dare she do that? I'm not going to tolerate her anymore. Jimin, you attend the meeting on my behalf. I'll go and teach her a good lesson. June, I'll come in 2 days. Give me your address. I'll come and meet you and your Nuna when I come back. Okay? Okay, Hyun. This is my address. He gave a paper to Jungkook in which he had written his address. After that, June left. So, you found a good reason to kick her out, right? You have been waiting for this day, haven't you? Are you serious, Jimin? Do you still stand by her side after hearing what she did to Jisoo? I agree she did wrong, but she had her own reason for doing it. She loves you so much, Jungkook. I don't know why you find it so hard to understand her love. Oh, Jimin, you knew I didn't like her from the beginning. Love can't be forced. It has to come naturally. If you force someone to love you, it turns into hate. And that's what happened to me. She forced me to love her, but it only made me hate her even more. Now that I know her true color, I'm not even going to stay with her for a second. You take care of the meeting. I'm leaving now. Jungkook, she's a little girl. Please don't do anything in anger. You should be the one to teach her what is good and bad. Don't go to her and fight. Don't do anything stupid. Stop it, Jimin. If you want to take her side, you better don't talk to me. Then he left angrily. Jimin called and told you everything that happened there. You felt half dead hearing all those things. You were crying since you got the news, and now your head started to hurt really so bad. You looked at the clock. Your heart started beating faster as you looked at the time. It was already 10 p.m., which means Jungkook would reach home in 5 to 10 minutes. After 5 minutes, your doorbell rang and your body went numb. You gathered yourself and walked towards the door with your trembling body. You opened the door and were horrified by the way Jungkook looked. His emotionless eyes met your tear-filled eyes. He noticed everything, your red puffy eyes, your face so red from endless crying, and your quivering lips that couldn't say a word even though there was so much to say to him. Seeing your state, he understood that Jimin already told you everything. He came in and closed the door with a loud thud, to which you flinched. Then he threw his bag on the bed and walked over to you while undoing his tie. You kept backing away from him, but he immediately grabbed your elbow and twisted it around your back. Why? Why did you do that? He shouted at you. I'm sorry, Joe. Enough. Stop acting like innocent. I already know your true color. You can't fool me again. How dare you do that? Who gave you the right to separate her from me? Who are you to decide where she should stay? Who do you think you are, huh? Yes, I did that because I love you so much. Jisoo only knows you for 4 months, But I love you since my childhood, Jungkook. Why don't you understand my feelings? Why are you so unkind to me? You never let me in. You push me away whenever I try to talk to you. Why is it so hard to listen to me even once? Why don't you understand that I don't love you? Why is it difficult for you to hear my words? Why don't you get out of my way? Why are you so stubborn? Why are you forcing me to love you when I only hate you? He shouted. Why do you hate me so much? I have changed a lot for you, but still that is not enough. What do I have to do to make you like me? Simple. Give me a divorce. He slapped his cheeks hard. No, I won't, he shouted. You have that much courage to raise your hands on me. He pulled your hands and twisted it so hard. Let go, Jungkook. I said let me go, you yelled at him. Don't raise your voice at me, he said, twisting your hand even harder. Ah, you screamed, closing your eyes in pain. What a stupid girl you are. I don't want to live with you even for a second. I want a divorce. Just put your signature and get out of my life. Don't talk bad about me just because you want to get rid of me, Jungkook, you said, raising your voice slightly, trying to hold back the tears. But he did not care about your feelings. He walked over to his drawer and brought out the divorce papers. He already had the papers ready with him. Sign it, he said, putting the paper on the table. I'm such a fool to love you, Jungkook, he said with a painful smile. He rolled his eyes and looked away. You took a deep breath and calmed yourself down. You have made up your mind and prepared for divorce. You don't want to fight for your life anymore. What is the point of loving him when he hates you so much? Thank God, I'm finally free from all the pain, he said, looking straight into his eyes. I know you hate me, but I did not expect that you hate me this much, that you already prepared the divorce papers. I did not do anything wrong except to separate Jisoo from you. My love for you is true. If this is the punishment for my mistake, I have no choice but to accept it. Are you forcing me to sign because you want to marry her? If you want a healthy life with her, then listen to this and change yourself. Don't be this arrogant. No woman will tolerate this kind of behavior. Be kind to her, let her speak and listen to her. Ask her problems and be friendly with her. Don't treat her like how you treated me. I know you won't treat her the same way how you treated me, but still, I felt like telling this to you. Saying all this, you took the pen in your trembling hands and signed it. You took one last look at your wedding ring before removing it from your finger. You placed the ring on the top of the divorce paper and looked at him. Jungkook's eyes are filled with tears at this point. He does not look up at you because he does not want you to notice his tears. You happy now? A small smile crept on your lips. He did not dare to raise his head. He just kept looking at the floor. Goodbye, Jungkook. Saying this, he immediately ran away from there. The moment you left, he let the tears fall from his eyes. He took the divorce paper and your wedding ring in his hand. He felt so empty. His hands were shaking, his breath hitched. He did not know why he was feeling this low. He is the one who asked for divorce, but he does not know why it affects him so much now. He left the ring and the papers in his drawer and went to the terrace to get some fresh air as he felt suffocating. 2 weeks later. I'm sorry. You have suffered so much because of me. No, sir. You don't need to be sorry. I did not face any difficulty after coming here. Wine's dad took care of everything. Till now, her father has been helping me. He is doing a lot for us. He treats both of us like his own children. I am very thankful to him. Are you really happy now? To be honest, it hurt at first. But as days went by, everything changed. And now I feel better. Thank God all this was revealed to me earlier. Otherwise, I would have ruined Vayan's life. How's Vayan? Is she happy now? How's your life with her? Everything is going well. She's happy with me. He lied, unable to digest the fact that you are no longer with him. I'm so happy for both of you. You're very lucky to have her as your wife, sir. She loves you so much. No other girl can love you more than her. Her love for you is so pure and strong that nobody can separate you from her. All her words left him breathless. He could not stand there any longer. I have to leave now. Take care. Bye. Okay, sir. He left before she could say anything. He came home and went straight to his gym. He started punching the punching bag aggressively. Your thoughts made him restless. He felt so empty without you. He could not even spend his day without thinking about you. Why? Why do I feel this way? Whenever someone mentions her name, my body trembles so bad. The thought that she is no longer mine makes me choke. Why do I feel like this? Did I fall in love with her? I hate this feeling. This feeling makes me so weak. He punched the bag so aggressively that at one point his knuckles started bleeding. After 2 more heavy punches, his body finally gave up and he fell to the ground. Next day, as he was going crazy in your thoughts, he suddenly remembered about the gifts and letters you used to give him before marriage. He quickly went to the storeroom and brought all the gifts and letters that were kept in a bag. He never opened any of the gifts and never read your letters. He just simply get it from you and throw it inside the bag. This is the first time he is going to open them. He started unwrapping the gift and he laughed at how childish your gifts are. Then he took your letters. There were 15 to 20 letters and he read them all patiently. You proposed him so beautifully in all the letters. If he had read all this earlier, he would have fallen for you long ago. He felt very angry at himself for treating you like a piece of trash. He remembered each and every fight he had with you. He made you cry every day without even a day missing. You lived with him for 8 months, and in those 8 months, you didn't sleep even a single day without crying. He always scolded you for being immature, but now he realized that it wasn't you, it was him. He always used to fight with you over little things, but you handled everything so patiently. He was very proud of you for handling the situation with such maturity, even though you were so young. And now, everything about you drives him really crazy. He quickly went to the drawer and took out the divorce papers. It's been 3 weeks since you left him, but still, he hasn't submitted it to the court. He was so frustrated when he saw your signature on the divorce papers that he tore the papers into pieces and put your ring in his pocket. Then he rushed to the storeroom and brought all your wedding photo frames and fixed them on the wall. A wide smile spread across his lips as he saw your wedding pictures all around the wall. You're still my wife, love. You're mine. I'll come and take you soon. You came out of the shower and were drying your hair with the hairdryer until you heard a knock on the door. You thought it must be Sana and went to open the door. But to your surprise, it was Janko. Your heart started beating very fast. Janko? Can I come in? He asked. Yes. Today, the tone of his voice is different. It is very soft. He has never spoken to you so soft like this. Did you came to take me to court? Just a minute. I'll go and change. You thought he was here to take you to court for your divorce case. You were about to leave, but he grabbed your wrist and pulled you towards him, causing you to crash into his chest. Janko? Your body started shaking. You had never been so close to him, and now it is making you very nervous. He held the back of your head as if handling a baby and made you look into his eyes. I'm sorry, Vayan. I'm sorry for treating you like that. I'm sorry for making you cry. I'm sorry for every single tear you shed because of me. I'm sorry for everything I did to you. I'm truly sorry. I don't know when I fell for you, but the moment you left me, I realized how much you mean to me. Now, I realize that I love you so much. You just stared at him without saying anything. You couldn't believe that if you were hearing everything correctly, you were just hallucinating. Jungkook, so have you forgiven me? Finally, you spoke. He nodded and placed his lips on yours, making you flinch slightly at his sudden action. You tried to pull away from him, but he pulled you close to him and deepened the kiss. After a few minutes, he pulled away and hugged you tightly. Jungkook, I'm sorry for doing that. We both made mistakes and we can't change the past. Let's start a new life. Saying this, he knelt down and held out a small box in his hands. Are you willing to start a new life with me? Your eyes lit up with happiness. You happily nodded your head and said yes. Then he held your hand and slipped the ring onto your finger. Then he stood up and pecked your lips. I love you, my princess. I love you so much, Cookie.